Hello, my lovelies. It's been a while. I know, I failed horribly. Welcome. I am the Snitch Stitcher. My name is Kim. I am in the Dallas area, and this is a channel about cross stitch. So if you have stumbled across this erroneously, welcome. Hope you stick around. If you're new, so glad you're here. So glad you are taking time out of your day to listen to me yammer on about something that I absolutely love. And if you are returning, thank you so much. Thank you for taking time out of your day. I know that there's so many people out there that you could be listening to, and I am excited that you chose to listen to me. Those that know me know my voice is a little out of whack. Allergies. Allergies are the devil. That's all I can say. And yes, this is not my normal appearance. It's the weekend, and I washed my hair last night. So this is I didn't do anything with it. You just get what you get kind of thing. So it's all good. So let's hop into there. So I am going to be going over, I was going to do a separate Nashville needlework market video, and then a FlossTube, but then I'm going to do them both together, and then I'll do a separate recap of Dirty Annie's retreat. So for those of you that have been following me, I did go to the Nashville needlework market. I was going to be going with Becky from Lucy Beam. We had just some issues that happened, and I ended up going with Annie from Dirty Annie's and my good friend Tammi, LeopardAndLaceCoXOXO. We had the best time. It was wonderful. It was fabulous. It was exhausting. We were on the go for 7 days straight. And then we came home for a couple of days and then went to Annie's retreat. Yes, your girl is tired. This is my first. Today I got to sleep in until I was ready to sleep in, which was good. I slept for like 10 and a half hours. I was exhausted. Anyway, enough with the personal crapola. So we're going to talk a little bit, and I normally save this to the end, and then I forget because that's what I do. There are so many new floss tubers out there, y'all. And I just want to share some of the ones that I have been watching that I think you guys might like too. There's quite a few because I've been just watching here and there as I could. And there's some really great people. So Red Velvet Quilts, yes, it's quilts, but she does cross stitch as well. She's got a great personality, and she actually even let me know about my little iron that it has a recall against it. I need to do something with that. Blue Wagon Stitcher, Kate, and it says parentheses, Jeremiah's mom. She's a hoot. I really like her. Jan Stiff Stitches. She actually gave me a shout out. She's super sweet. I love her stuff. Steph.xstitch. Great stuff. O Stitch Happens, and that's OH exclamation point, Stitch Happens exclamation point. He is funny. He's got some great stuff. Love it. The Flossy Raptor, awesome stuff. DeJolly Stitches, her voice, I really enjoy her voice, and she's just really relaxing. Bex Stitchy, so BEX Stitchy with a Y. Curly Q Stitches, Seashore Stitcher, Wild Fox Stitchery, the Museum Stitcher, which I got to meet at market. She is super sweet. Super, super sweet. And Susan X Stitches. I wanted to make sure that I did, shout them out. They have got some great floss tubes. Some of them are not necessarily new, but they're new to me. And some of them are brand new, and show them some love. Definitely show them some love. They've got some really great stuff. So I have been doing some stitching. I did not do, the whole time I was gone to market, I got 6 whole stitches in. 6. Yeah. We were just tired. So every time we would get home or get back to the room, Tammi and I were just wiped out. We would play social media, like flip through what we didn't get to look at during the day. And then we were asleep before 10 o'clock every night. That is when we made ourselves stay up till 10 o'clock. And then we were back up and at it the next day. It was a fabulous event. But anyway, I digress. There were some new starts that I did have for the weekend. Or for since then, I started a few different things. So I did start the Fruit of Plenty as my birthday style. And let me go ahead and grab that one first. I've actually made some good progress because I did take it with me to retreat, which was this past weekend. I am doing this on a 32 count Jobelin, and it's one that I dyed, with Pearl Gray, dye. These are the colors, and I'm going to try to use my new little mats that Tammi got me for my birthday. So you can kind of see Let me see if, oh yeah, there they are. They're sulkies. I'm doing it in sulky, and y'all, I am so loving using the sulky because I don't have to go through and railroad. That's just laying so well, and I'm stitching it so far all in hand. And this is in a Tanya bag, needle and bone. You know me, you know my girl, love her stuff. I am getting in here. Oh, perfect. Hey, I already have it up here. So this is where we're at, and I know the purple is not really showing up on there that well, and neither is the blue. It does look really good in there. Excuse me. Hey, sorry about that. Ugh, allergies. I'm telling you, they're horrible. So I'm loving this so far. I do have it actually all the way over. Let me pull this back so you can kind of see. I do have the blue all the way over to where it's going to be over here on this edge. So I am working a little bit at a time. I'm at almost 4%. Y'all, I'm a hot mess here. Not that y'all know that that's, you know, that's just me. So it is turning out really well. Like I said, the color is just not popping it like it should. It's a much better in person, and I'm loving these colors so far. I really like the subtle with that pink just being the pop because your girl loves pink. So I did make some good progress on that, considering I started on the 1st. Like I said, I did not work on it when I was at market because I took 3 patterns with me, did none. Well, I started the one, but 6 full stitches, to me, that's not a start. So it is what it is. Let's see. This is my non-bastard bag. This is one of my first bags that I did with French seams and with a zipper. Your girl doesn't do well with zippers with sewing them. So it is what it is. And this was a start I was supposed to start on the Friday that I was at market. I think that was like the 7th. But because I didn't start it, because I was too tired to stitch. My brain was done. So your girl did not stitch. But I did start it the next Friday when I was at market, so the 14th. And normally on the 14th, so on Fridays I always do What the Flock Friday. And I do flamingos because flamingos, this is my thing. And normally on the 14th I stitch something this has to do with love. Well, I love flamingos, so I think it qualifies. I'm calling it. It's my rules. I'm gonna make it up as I go. So here we go. And I know, y'all, the color is just not showing up on here. Let me see if I can make my light a little bit brighter, if maybe it'll, yeah, I don't know that that's necessarily working. In person, it shows up really well. But I've been working on this. I actually worked on this flamingo last night and put it up on my What the Flock Friday. It is not the colors that normally it would be like this really bright teal is really not. Cerulean would really be the perfect color. I really do enjoy this. It's a hands-on design pattern. I am working this on, it's purple Linda fabric. And I did not realize until I was looking something up the other day, Linda is actually a name of a fabric like Jobelin, linen. It's an even weave, but it's 100% cotton even weave where like Jobelin and not Monaco, Jobelin and Lugana, there we go, are cotton, and like one of them is a rayon mix and the other one is something else. So something new you learned. I mean, it's just awesome. I saw it on the label and I'm like, why did they call it Linda? Is it not, is that who dyed it? And then now I know. I know. Anyway, so that was that one. And then I did have a couple more new starts and actually this one I started before I left for market. And it was, I started it on Ash Wednesday, and it's my religious piece is kind of what I'm calling it. And it's Sacred. It is by Teresa Kogut. And I do not know what color fabric this is. It's just like a pretty tan color. It was something I had in my stash. I believe it is a 32. And I do like this board because it makes stuff stick, but I just have to remember to use it. So here we go. Oh my God, y'all, my light is horrible today. It's horrible, horrible, horrible. So I have got started on the border. I think this takes us all the way down to the bottom in theory. I do want to continue doing the triangles going down to make sure that I've got it. And then I'll do the, going across to make sure of where it is, because nobody likes it when their border doesn't match up because you're not counting. So I am working on that. I do like the color changes. I made the mistake of thinking that they were uniform, and it was like you do 3 colors of one and then you do 3 colors of another. No, I did have to do some frogging. It's all good. It's all good. But I will be working on this some more when it comes to like Palm Sunday, Easter. I mean, those are not only the days that I work on it, but those are the days that I make sure to work on it. So it'll be like Palm Sunday, Good Friday, Easter, that kind of thing that I want to try to make sure that I'm working on it. It kind of helps me. It kind of changes up my stuff because sometimes I'll get in a little bit of a groove with one project and I don't want to put it down. And then I don't end up doing anything else. But the colors for this are so pretty. And I am using my new floss drops for this, although they are a little bit of a mess at the moment. So these are my colors for it. They are disaster. I got them showed in there. There are 2 weeks dye works. That's what these are. But the rest of these are DMC. And they are, you know, you don't really realize how versatile DMC is until you see all these colors together and realize how pretty they are. These designers do such an amazing job of putting all of these together. And yeah, I'm blown away. I did talk to some of the designers when we went to market, and it was so fabulous because, okay, number one, ow, there was a needle right there that just poked me in the hand. That was not the subject that I was wanting to go with. But anyway, seeing those projects, okay, seeing pictures. Pictures never do these projects justice. Never. They just cannot grasp it. Getting to see these patterns in person, oh my God, y'all. They're amazing. It made my wish list grow exponentially. Mm-hmm. And meeting these designers, they were just so wonderful, so very wonderful. I am kind of bummed to say that a couple of designers that I met, and I will not name names, I was really disappointed in meeting them. They were not the people that I thought they were. And they were just really not nice. And that's a shame. So much so that I may not be buying their patterns again. Yeah. But for the most part, I'd say the majority of everyone I met, there was only like a couple that were really awful. And it may not be everybody's awful. I was just disappointed in who they portray themselves to be, that they were not acting that way. And I do try to give them grace. That's one thing that Tammi always tells me. Give people grace. You don't know what they're going through. But I experienced their bad attitude more than once over the course of the weekend, and it was kind of sad. But we're not going to dwell on that. We're going to dwell on the good. Getting to meet these guys. Oh my gosh. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And I have errant floss wrangling over here. Oh, and this is in another Tanya bag, of course, because it's Tanya. It's a Tanya bag. I have to have Tanya bags. There are a couple that are not, but most of them are. But majority of the people that I met were so wonderful and so just fabulous. And I wish you guys could see Tammi in play. I can't remember whose room we were in. She's been watching them on FlossTube and things like that. She just walks up to him and she just says, "You don't realize we're friends, but we are friends. I've been watching you for a while and I just need to hug you." And she just went and hugged him, and I'm like, I could not do that. I mean, I probably could, but yeah. But that's one of the things I love about Tammi. That's just who she is. She's just who she is and what she does. So another Tanya bag. I love this fabric. It's so pretty. I mean, I love the reds. I love the pops of color. Everything. It's just, it makes me happy. This is one of my new starts, and this is my challenge. So I WIP-GO this month. I'm choosing I'm not choosing just by the numbers. I don't assign a project to the number. I assign people to the number, people that know me. And I put myself on there a couple of times too. This is my project for this month that I chose for myself. And this is Love Who You Are by Heart and Hand. As soon as I saw this pattern, I knew I had to have it. I knew it. There was just no doubt about it. It was a done deal. I've been doing pretty good on it. However, I did have some issues with counting Thursday night. So this is where we're at. Love Who You Are. I love it. It's a lot of fun. And my needle minder does say maybe swearing will help, which I thought was very appropriate because love who you are and know that swearing is a thing. The colors for this, it is primarily classic colorworks. There's a couple of General Arts and there's a couple of Weeks Dye Works. But it's a darker palette, but I really love it. I love the reds and the pinks. It's just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I'm enjoying stitching on it. Like I said, I got off when I was working on this one. I got off by half a stitch. So I had to rip out this side and rip back to here. And so now I'm almost done. But I ran out of floss when I was on my Thursday night Zoom with my girls. And I was just like, I'm tired. I need to go to bed. So I just went ahead and left it, which is not usual for me. I normally have to finish off the motif, but I finished off the floss, so I'll call it good. I'm making decent progress on that. Now that one is one that I started for International Women's Day. I started it on the 8th. This is the one that I got the whole 6 stitches in when I was at market. So it was a start, but was it really? I did put needle to thread and I put needle to fabric. So it kind of is. I did not work on Jacques de Lantern, which I normally work on the 13th of every month. There was just so much going on, getting ready, trying to do everything I needed to do before Annie's retreat. Because I left, let's see, I was supposed to have left on the 4th to go to market. And then we were going to put it off to the 5th because there was bad weather coming in. And then I didn't end up going with Becky and went with Annie. And we left on the 6th, which was a Thursday. And we just drove straight through. It's like a 10-hour drive. Annie has a pea-sized bladder, so we had to stop multiple times. I had to pee a couple times too. But anyway, we almost ran out of gas. We had to use porta potties. We had full-on therapy sessions in the car. We were laughing. We were laughing for sad. We were laughing from happy. We were crying. From happy and sad. It was a whole therapy session in this 10-hour car ride. But we had a good time, and it only felt like it was a couple hours. It was really good. Tammi only tried to kill us a couple of times. It's safe. It's all good. Like she kept on saying, did you die? No, I did not die, but I think she did take like 10 years off my life. It's all good. So let's work on some more projects. I've only got 2 more projects that I've worked on. And I have been I really want to start some new stuff, y'all. I really want to start some new stuff. I don't know. Okay, I got my market stuff. We're going to show you that here in a minute. Another Tanya bag. I love this with the black hat, the spider, just everything. It's fabulous. And this is Crows Before Bros. And let me tell you who it's by, because I can't remember. Goblininchka Stitch. They are on Etsy. And this is on Ichabod from Under the Sea Fabrics. It is such a pretty... This is a little brighter orangey. It's a little bit darker. It's got some little bit more of a... Yeah, this is a lot brighter. But it is looking pretty good. It's not much more than what I showed you last time, I think. I think I only maybe did a teeny bit more. Because I just haven't had a chance to really work on it. And not being in the office. Normally I stitch during lunch for at least about 20 to 30 minutes. And since I haven't been at work, yeah. And my Bucky's needle minder that several people have asked me about. One of the girls at one of my treats gave that to me, and I love it. And I don't know where you would get more. I guess you could get a Bucky's pen, enamel pen, and then turn it into a needle minder. Don't know. Anyway, okay, I got one last one, and this was my other WIP-GO project for the month. And talking about WIP-GO, so like I said, I have different people that I have on my WIP-GO board. And this month, my number was drawn, and whoever's drawn, they select the stitchy project that I'm going to work on, and then they give me a personal challenge. My personal challenge to myself, for those that know me, know I'm a control freak. I'm usually the one that's driving. I'm usually the one that's making the plans. I'm usually the one that says, okay, this is where we're going to dinner. This is what we're going to do. I'm planning everything out and going. And my challenge to myself this month was to just go with the flow when we went to market. I did not drive the entire time we were there. I really didn't make any decisions on anything that we did. It was good, but it was also tough, very tough. But I survived, barely, thanks to Tammy's driving. Damn it, Tammi. Anyway, my other challenge was from my friend Christina. The challenge for the project was to work on the Alice tree from Tiny Modernist, and it's in my Alice in Wonderland bag. Yes, another Tanya bag. And my other project, or my personal project, was to use the good stuff. Use the good china. Use the good stationery. Use the stuff that we put back for special times. So I've been doing that. I've been... using some of the stuff that, like some of the good lotions and things like that. Why are you saving it? I've been using some of my good stationery. I've been writing some notes and some different things. A couple of little, just, I wouldn't say a full-on letter, but just a little note to some friends. Just the little things like that. I've been trying to kind of treat myself. Instead of, you know, doing one thing, I actually kind of maybe, I do the good stuff. The other day, I had like burger patties and stuff in the fridge, and I was like, you know what? I had a craving for beef. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to order steak. I got steak delivered to the house. It was good. It was really good. So I kind of treated myself a little bit. But other things like that, I've been just trying to use the good stuff that I don't normally. So Christina, challenge accepted. I've done well. I have not fulfilled my stitching. I try to do at least 300 stitches. I know that's not a whole lot, but I do a lot of different projects. And so I try to put to my challenge to do at least 300 stitches. And I've fulfilled that definitely on Love Who You Are, because I'm definitely over 300 stitches. I've only added maybe a couple hundred stitches now on, I'm just knocking stuff over here, on the Alice tree. So this is the Alice tree. I did the heart. I did this chest piece. I still need to work on some other stuff with it. There's, this other frond thing that comes over here, and I can't remember. There's something under here. I don't remember what. And then this other leaf. I want to get that done. And so I'm going to probably work on that this weekend and try to get like this last little section, and then I can start down on this. I think this is the last main section of the tree, and then underneath, I think it says Alice in Wonderland. It's got a banner and it's got some other stuff down there. But I'd say I'm about almost halfway through. But that was my challenge for Christina, and I know we'll be having another challenge before too long. Y'all, my dates are so out of whack. Not working for 9 days. Wow, yeah, it just threw me way off. I just don't even know. So that's all the stitching I've done. Like I said, I haven't done a whole lot. I mean, I've made some decent progress on Fruit of Plenty. Some of my different things. I am going to have some new starts that are coming up. April 1st, I am doing the Sal with Tammi for Matter in Hand. I believe that's from Jeanette Douglas. So we're going to be starting that on the 1st of April. And that basically what I've decided is the first week of the month that has like the first day of the month in it. That week, I'm going to be working on my birthday Sal, the Fruits of Plenty, from Modern Folk Embroidery, and I'm going to be working on Matter in Hand. Those are going to be my focus pieces for like the first week of every month. How many stitches? I don't know, but those are going to be my main focus pieces. I can work on other stuff, but that's the primary focus of what I'm going to be doing. And through the end of the month of March, I know that I have, let's see, what's today? Today is the 22nd. So coming up, I've got on the 25th, I've got my Christmas stitching. So I'll probably work on one of the advent calendars that I'm using to make ornaments. Or I may pull out Gingerbread Village. Who knows? Depends on what I'm feeling. I may work on all three. Probably not, but it could happen. And then, of course, I have another What the Flock Friday on the 28th. And then the 31st, I'm going to be working on something Halloween. So we'll see what happens with that. Now, I didn't do anything for spring. I don't know why. I didn't even really think about it. I need to plan ahead. I need to look more ahead. I am going to try to, like I said, continue to work on some of this stuff. Now, I did want to, something that was really cool. I realized that this week marked 5 years that some of my girls and I, from when we started our Thursday night Stitch and Bitch. And it's just it's a group of us that have become really close friends. It's a really kind of selective group. So I'm not trying to be rude. Not everybody can come in. It's a whole therapy session and support session and everything all together. But it's so neat to realize that some of these ladies I've now known for 5 years. And they've become so very important to me. They just make my life. Anyway, so it's all good. It's all good there. We Tammi and I are doing our Tuesday night sit and stitch. So if you want to join us, keep an eye out on mine and LeopardAndLaceCoXOXO Instagram. We will put the links up on Tuesdays, and the link's always in our link tree on our profile. Let's see. Coming up for April, like I said, I've got Matter in Hand, and then the first weekend of April, the 4th, 5th, 6th, is Stitching Texas. It's our local stitchy retreat. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a lot of fun. I just saw my girls at Dirty Annie's, and then I get to hang out with them again for another weekend. It's going to be super fabulous. And then other than that, like I said, I've got Sacred coming up, and then I've got my regular stuff. I don't have anything super outstanding except for Matter in Hand for the month, unless somebody comes and tells me I have something else. I don't think so. I think we're pretty good. Coming up in May, I have another Women Positive for Mother's Day on the 11th. I think I'm going to start, I think it's called Self-Love. I think that's the one I'm going to start. I still have to figure out my colors and everything for it. I still have to get my fabric for Matter in Hand. I have all my flosses. I have it all ready, kitted up. I think I know what fabric I'm going to use. One of the ladies at Dirty Annie's, she won one of the giveaways, and it was a basket of like floss and all this other stuff, and it had some fabric in there, and she doesn't stitch on linen. And we had been chit-chatting, she realized I did, and so she gave it to me, and it's a really pretty neutral piece. So it's from Many to Donna. And so I think possibly that may work. I'm hoping it's not going to be too dark. We'll see. But other than that, I don't really have a whole lot of craziness coming up. I do know that coming up next weekend, so it's the 28th, I think, is the Nash Stash Startathon done by Lindy Stitches. It's kind of like the, what do we call it? The Jingle Ball. But she's splitting them. She's doing several throughout the year. So it's like $10 to go on there. And there's different chat rooms. It's not all the craziness that you get with Jingle Ball, but it is still these chat rooms and you get to talk with people, and it makes it, it's really nice. It's a lot of fun. So check it out. It's $10. And you kind of come and go whatever you want. There's different rooms, things like that. So I think I'm going to try to do that. It depends on what's going on. I've got a crazy busy week coming up. We've got 2 big meetings, all-day meetings on Monday and Tuesday. I have to be there like an hour and a half early and stay late. And then we have dinner on Monday night. Yeah, ew. Boo hiss. But yeah, it's going to be what it's going to be. And then we've got a big change at work that's coming up that it's going to bring chaos. But it's all good. It's all good. We've got this. So, I don't have any finishes. Y'all, I haven't had time for finishes. But I do have haul. I do have haul. So I am going to start with some of the stuff that I picked up with my market pre-orders. And I did get a couple of things when I was there at market and talking with some of the people. It was fabulous. So I got to meet, oh darn, I cannot remember her name off the top of my head. She's Almond M&M's. Is it Yasmin? No, it's not Yasmin. Sorry, I forgot. I'm sorry. She's super sweet. But I got these flosses. Ooh, they're turning out pretty good. These are more pinky than they're showing up, but they're really pretty, and they are silks, and oh my gosh. I love talking with her. Girl, she does this in her living room. I'm not in her living room, in her kitchen. In her freaking kitchen. And I found out about her through my friend Kelly, which you guys have heard me talk about Kelly. She's Don't Run With Scissors on FlossTube, and on Instagram, she's HisPrincessKelly. And she absolutely loves her stuff. So when I got the opportunity to purchase some, I was like, yeah, we were talking and I said, am I able to purchase? She's like, girl, yes. Here, pick what you want. I'm like, okay. I did do some pre-orders. I did get a pre-order of this gorgeous red fabric, and I know it's not going to come up and give it the true justice that it deserves. It is from Lap and Loops. It's called Curtain Call. This is one of the prettiest reds I have ever seen. It gives, okay, y'all have heard me talk about Joy Lynn from Rogue Stitching, Atomic Ranch. This is a quick runner-up. Joy Lynn is a little bit darker and moodier, but this fabric is so pretty, and it's actually a little bit deeper than what it's showing on here. I think, to me on the screen, it looks a little bit more orangey. It is gorgeous fabric. This fabric is on, so Lap and Loops, Megan, her mother is Becky from Lucy Beam. And Becky did a pattern called Merry Christmas Holly. And it basically says Merry Christmas, I think it's in red, on this red fabric. And then it's got some gold pieces and then the holly. The combination of the two is just pure magic. Pure magic. So I did get that pattern from Becky. And I got another one of her patterns. It's digital, so I'll have to I'll show you guys when I get ready to start them. But this fabric is so pretty. And it's just sewing so much lighter. It's not giving it the true justice of that fabric, but it's so pretty. So I did get some other items. So from, I ordered actually this from Top Knot Stitcher because I knew that it was going to be hard to, if I didn't pre-order, to be able to get these in. So I don't know if you guys have heard about the Night Garden series. I think there was like 12 designers, and they all had this floss from Threadworks. These beautiful, beautiful colors. And the colors are 1129 Merlot. Let's see, which one is that? 1129. So this is the Merlot. Coffee and Cream, Parrot Bay, and Concord Grape. They're beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. They're just amazing, and I love them. And so I saw some of the patterns and I fell in love with them, but the main pattern that I fell in love with was from Tiny Modernist, and it is this one. It's Twilight Moon. Come on, show up right. Oh, there we go. Is that not beautiful? And it's actually not very big. I was very surprised. It is only, honestly, it is 60 by 60. I thought it was so much bigger. And these are big skeins of floss. So me and my infinite wisdom, I wasn't paying attention, but apparently I had you guys in mind because I actually bought 2 of these patterns. So what I think I'm going to do, oh, and I have fabric too. I have the fabric that goes with it. It's a 28 count Twilight Moon from Wichelt linen. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do a giveaway of this pattern. And I think I'm going to split the skeins. So you're not going to be getting a full skein. Sorry. This stuff is hard to find. Very hard to find. Even when we went to market, I think like we were going around picking up orders and doing different things. And there was like one set of this left. It went so fast because there's like a dozen designers that have done different patterns that are all using this floss. So I'm going to be doing a giveaway for the pattern and half of my skein of floss because this is more than enough to do. I think these are 20 yards. Yes, 20 yards. More than enough to do these patterns. So I'm going to be doing a giveaway for Twilight Moon. So if you want to be put in for it, as I cannot seem to hold everything, if you want to be put in for this, put in your comments something about the moon. Something with the word moon in there. Not moons. Nothing like that. Just moon. M-O-O-N. If you just want to put the word, fine. If you want to tell me what you love about this pattern, about it being a Twilight Moon, tell me about it. And what I will do is my next regular FlossTube, which is only like a week away, I'll be doing a drawing. And I'll be drawing for whoever wins this with like the half of the skein of floss. So 10 yards of floss. Just, give me a shout out and we'll go from there. Please try to be in the U.S. That would make my life so much easier. If not, that's fine. It's fine. Be over 18. Do not use the word giveaway. This is a gift away, but still don't use that word either. We don't want the trolls getting in here. We want somebody that's actually in the stitching community that'll be able to get this. So let me know the word moon, and that will be it. But it's so pretty. It's so stinking pretty. And I'm sure there'll be other goodies in there too. So as far as other things that I got at market, y'all. Well, I didn't actually get them at market. They were influenced at market. Big time. And y'all, seriously, I didn't get everything that I wanted to get because I thought I had placed a couple orders and I did not. So I will get in them later, and it's fine. I'll still be able to get them. It's just the whole market rush. I know it's crazy. I did get the cookbook. Am I going to cook anything out of here? Probably not, because I've been doing pretty good with my diet. I actually did lose like almost 12 pounds at market just because we were running and crazy and we really weren't hungry. But the cool thing about this, and I can't really show it too close because these are actual patterns. So there's like, I think 50 patterns in here from different designers. Can't show you that well because they're patterns. And you have to buy the book. But there are recipes in here like rhubarb cake, peanut butter cup sheet cake, Las Olas chicken, salmon patties, braised beef, and Italian vegetable stew. Oh my God, that looks so good. Okay, I may be making some of these, but it's got all the freaking patterns. And so this is the 2025 Nashville Needlework Market Cookbook. It's really cool. And then, okay, so here we go on the patterns, y'all. I got some patterns I was not expecting. After seeing them at market, I had to have them. This one was definitely one on my list. It's from Cotton Pixels. It's the sheep quilt. Come on. Oh, is that not the cutest? Okay, so from Cotton Pixels. This is one pattern. I mean, it basically opens it up. It's the sheep you stitch all around, and then you just use some felt and put it in there. Am I going to be sending this to Tammy to FFO for me? You betcha. But yeah, it's really cool because the little quilt that's on there is part of it. It's all one piece of fabric. It was so neat. As soon as I got it, I mean, I was looking at it there at Market and I was drooling over it. And then when I got it, as soon as I got the pattern, I cracked that sucker open and wanted to see how to put it together because I'm thinking Tammy is going to murder me. It's actually super easy. I could probably do it myself. Am I going to? Probably not. Because that's what I have Tammy for. This was one that was influenced by seeing it at Market. It's Feed Me and Tell Me I'm Pretty. This is actually not a new release. It's from Dirty Annie's. But a trash panda. Yes. I love it. It is fabulous. I'm probably going to do it on some brighter fabric because I think it needs some brighter fabric. I think I have some funky green fabric that I think would be perfect for it. It's kind of what I'm thinking. Like I said, it wasn't a Market release, but I did see it there and it was fabulous. This one was this was already on my order. And this is Call Me Crafty from Hands On Design. And it's actually bigger than I thought it would be when I saw it in person. But it's so pretty. And y'all, the pictures do not do these patterns justice. Not at all. And this one definitely did not. This is Wear It Well from Hands On Design. There is a little bit of a theme. I love Hands On Design. Oh, come on, focus in. And I did take these out of plastic, sorry. But it's got the patterns for like the needle book. It's got for the pillow. And then, I mean, just all kinds. It's so perfect. It is just, it's the Pins and Needles series. This one, because you know you've seen my Botanical Bee from Hands On Design. She just rocks her stuff. Of course, I had to get Ladybug Picnic. I did not get the fabric. I think I have some fabric that's pretty darn close to this. If not, I've got enough fabric. I may could dye it. But I love it. It is so pretty. And this one will be getting started pretty soon because I don't know that I can wait. Okay, and I've always loved words are hard. Stacy Nash's Animal Characters. And I've always liked them and I thought they were cute, but I had to have Bones when I saw him. Is that not the most adorable? I cannot wait to get this one started and going. It's just so pretty. It's just wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And then Sweet Wing Studio. So I did a model stitch for her. I've been talking with her. My friend Christina, that is my WIP-GO pick for this month. I actually found out about, well, I'd already seen Sweet Wing Studio stuff. I didn't realize I had. But I got to talk with Susan from Sweet Wing after my friend Christina says, hey, my company does printing for them. She said, I didn't know she existed and you need to check her out. And then she said, hey, she's looking for model stitchers. So she got us in touch. And I finally got to meet Susan at Market, but I had to have this one because it is perfect. Oh, it is so perfect. And what was so funny is when I went to her room at Market, I've been trying to get over there and then we just got sidetracked and then her room would be busy or we'd get busy. And I talked with her, or well, we've talked and stuff and everything. And so I went over there and I popped my head and I'm like, hi, Susan. She's like, oh, Kim. And we just both kind of ran at each other, like that, and screaming and hug each other. And it was wonderful. She is as sweet as I knew she would be. And I just absolutely loved it. Jeanette Douglas, this was one I knew as soon as I saw it. And there's other chubby patterns and I need to get this. This is the Chubby You. Is he not adorable? Come on, zoom in, zoom in. He's not one to zoom in. Of course not. Because that would make sense. Okay, anyway, you get the general idea. He's so stinking cute. Let's see. Y'all. This pattern, and we're trying to talk to Laura. It's from Textile Crafts. She's got to do some more with this so vintage deal. This is, look at that. It's Textile Crafts. So you can see her logo. But Laura is amazing. And look at that. Is that not just freaking gorgeous? It made my heart happy. I didn't even realize. I just saw the pictures and I fell in love with it. And I told her, I was like, this is so fabulous. And I told her, I said, this is like one of the most beautiful things I have ever seen. And I said, and I didn't even know it was yours. And so now that I know it's yours, it's even more beautiful to me. I just love it. Okay, and from what y'all have heard me say, I'm not really a sampler girl. I love the idea of them. I love seeing people stitching them. I'm just not normally a sampler stitcher. I know my alphabet. I love the idea of it, but I saw this pattern. I saw it and I fell in love with it, and I had to get it. It is from Cross Stitch Antiques. It is reproduction sampler Mary Colby. It's the Ackworth School 1803. It is a Quaker. It is beautiful. It is wonderful. I love everything about it. The colors on this picture do not do the real thing justice. It is so absolutely freaking gorgeous. And it calls for MPIs. I'm going to have to just lump it and buy them. I'm going to have to. I have to stitch it just as is. It is so pretty. And I absolutely adore it. And talking with her, she was super sweet. It was so wonderful because we were talking and I said, you know, I told her about me putting in my wish list when all my girls in our Thursday night group were talking about, you know, all the stuff that we wanted, and they were in shock that I wanted a sampler. And she told me, she says, really, you like it that much? I said, yes. I said, I don't know what it is. It just, I had to have it. And she gave it to me. I didn't even have to buy it. She gave it to me. And that just made me tear up. And I was just like, oh my gosh, can I hug you? I think she was a little uncomfortable with that, but I'm a hugger, and I just absolutely loved it. So anyway, another one of my purchases is Proverbs 13:31, or 31:13. Sorry. It is wonderful. This is from my friend Annie, Dirty Annie's. This gal is all over the place with her charts. She has this. She has Tiny Angels. She has Saint Gertrude, patron saint of cats, and then she has this one, this next one. And seeing it in person, this is Live Dirty, and it says live dirty, fake your own death, and eat garbage. Okay, the best thing about this, okay, this is a pillow. Normally, this is, okay, so this is a pattern that is, how big is it? Does it say? I'm sure it is, and I just don't see it. It's not it's 227 by 76. It's not that big. However, when she did this on 6 strands of floss over 2 on 18 count floba. The sucker is like this big by this big. It's fabulous, and I think I'm gonna have to. I think I'm gonna have to stitch it huge, because it just does so wonders. I mean, look at the face. And this girl, she has possums that she paints their nails. Yeah, that's Annie. So we go from Proverbs 31:13 to live dirty, fake your own death, and eat garbage. She also did the tell me I'm pretty, or feed me and tell me I'm pretty, because that's just Annie. Oh, and I just have patterns that are falling all over the floor because, you know, I did not plan ahead. Okay, so this was definitely one of the top of my list. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it whatsoever. I got tagged in this I don't even know how many times. Y'all know I love me some Tiny Modernist. Flamingo Flamboyance. Yes, I had to have it. Saw them in person. They are glorious. I cannot wait to stitch them. They're fabulous. And to go with that, I had to get Yesterday I Was Clever. And this is Yesterday I Was Clever, so I wanted to change the world. Today I am wise, so I am changing myself. It is so pretty. All the colors, just everything. I'm not changing a single thing about this because it's just perfect the way it is. I think I have a fabric that'll work perfect with it, so we will be good. I did get, I love this one, Simber Stitches, Mel. Oh my gosh. There's no otter one like you. Utterly perfect. It is so cute. And then I got Floral Geometry from Wildflower Stitching. This is one of my local girls, Maria. And I saw this and I fell in love with it. Is that not just beautiful? Beautiful, beautiful. The colors. It makes me think a lot of Sense and Sensibility from, it's the color palette from Stitchy Book Club. But she just did an amazing job. I absolutely love it. It is gorgeous. And then I had to get this, and I wasn't going to get it as the kit until I realized, yes, I needed to get it as the kit. Y'all have heard me talk about Crafty Bluebonnet. That is April and her daughter Haley. They are some of the sweetest people. Just kind, wonderful, everything. They made their, I think it was their market debut this year, and they were in their own room doing their own thing. They're fabulous. They're super sweet. They are local-ish. They're in Texas area, but they had Need a Little Love, and I actually got the board so that it can finish. So when I finish stitching it, am I sending this to Tammi to finish? Probably. Because look at that. It is fabulous. I can't do a bow to save my life. Tammi can do amazing bows. So that's what we have. And then my final one that I have, if y'all have not checked out Steph from Fine Frog Stitching, where the hell have you been? That's all I could say. We got to room with her. Annie always takes in a new designer and brings them in to room with her so she can kind of show them the ropes of market. We got to room this year with Steph from Fine Frog Stitching and her husband Adam. Okay, number one, they are super sweet together, and I've loved her stuff for so long. She does some amazing things. She's doing a quarter crow's sal right now. I was trying to resist. I'm going to have to get it. Especially after having met her. Now I have to. I know the designer. This was a pattern that I got, Amphibian Alchemist. Okay, her stuff, the colors are freaking amazing. She's a digital artist. She does these amazing patterns. There's another pattern that she had that was at market. It is a cardinal, and all the shading on it is fabulous. All of the stuff that she does, honestly, this is the least colorful, I think, of all of her patterns. And she has such depth of color, and her color choices are just chef's kiss, amazing. And she's a super nice lady. So I'm excited to stitch more of her stuff. And I was so excited to get to meet her and hang out with her. Her and her husband and I were back in the back, going back and forth, trying to get all these orders that people were coming in from Annie's and for Fine Frog to the shops were coming in to purchase. And we were having a good time. We were all cutting up, and also got to meet Caroline from the Kitten Stitcher and her husband, and I cannot remember his name. He's this tall, lanky, just super sweet, awesome guy. But it was so nice to actually get to meet them and hang out with them, and their stuff was it was fabulous. The whole event was amazing. I did see some of the dyers. I talked to one of the fabric dyers, and I said, do you ever just get the urge to roll around in all this? And they're like, definitely. Some of these fabric dyers bought like 1,500 yards of fabric, and it was gone like that. And all the designers, and talking to them about how I don't think they get enough credit for the emotions they put us through with their patterns. Their patterns hit us all different at different times. Some of them make us happy. Some of them make us sad. Some of us help us remember people. And there are patterns that I have rage stitched to. There are patterns that I have cried through. There are patterns that I have laughed through. Whether it's the emotions that I feel that are associated with that because I've put them to it, or the emotions that the pattern itself brings up. And I talked to a couple of them, and I said, thank you for the emotions that you've put me through with your patterns. Because I'm one of those people, I feel things as I'm going through. I won't say I'm emotional, but I do feel things strongly. And, it's so much so that there was a specific pattern that I bought in memorial of my best friend that passed away. And I loved the pattern so much, I bought it 3 different times. Yeah, 3 separate times. Didn't realize I had. But I loved it so much, and it made me think so much of her that I had to do it. And I cried and laughed the whole way through it because I was remembering all of our antics and how much I loved her. And so those emotions that we feel when we are stitching, I think the designers need more credit for that, for what they put us through, whether it's good, bad, or whatever. It's amazing. So that is my market haul. I did get some other things. There is a gal that is on Instagram, Purple Nelly. She is in Scotland. She has been coming on our Tuesday night Zooms. She is a ray of sunshine, and I absolutely love her. And she knows I love flamingos. And so she makes like needle minders, and she basically has stitched button covers. And so I had ordered a couple from her. Okay, there's my other one. So she sends me, okay, and I'm not showing these well enough. They are stitched, and I just lost one. They are stitched, and these are needle minders. Of course, why would I not put them on something that's magnetic? Because that would make sense. But she did those. She also did, and this one's so cute. She put on a paper clip. Look at that, the little Scully. So I'm going to be doing a giveaway on these in the future. Let me see if I can get some more of these up here. It's hard to show them because she did like this leaf and she did this like little popsicle guy. Okay, these are a couple of my favorites. This is perfect for Easter. It's a little hearts and X's. And these are little buttons that would be perfect for closures on a bag. Or you could also snip the back off and make them into needle minders. And this one's a little cupcake and this little bird. Her stitching is fabulous. Look at that. Are those not just amazing? They are so sweet. And when she sent me these, she also sent me these 2 little jars. I'm going to use them for art jars. It has this flamingo fabric on them because she knows me and the flamingos. She sent me some super sweet notes, and she even sent some little finishing fabrics in this flamingo fabric. And she sent me like the cutest little notes along with it. She popped them in this little origami style. Let me show you guys. These little origami style. And like on this one note, it pops out and it says, with very best wishes. And it just has the little bee on there. And this other one, it was so cute. It's so tiny. It's got the little chick on the back, and it had a little note, and it had all these little stickers, and you open it up and it says, made by Pink Nelly, enjoy. And it has, of course, it has the little flamingo sticker on there. She is just the sweetest person, and she's always got just this happiness about her. And it has been such a joy to get to know her and continue to get to know her. And the generosity that she has sent. I'm working on getting some stuff together to send her a care package because I think she would like it. Let's see. Other than that, I think we're about done. So I will be doing, like I said, a separate video for Dirty Annie's Retreat because that's a whole nother baggage of things. I think that's pretty much everything with Market. It was a lot of fun. It was exhausting, but it was an amazing, amazing experience. Getting to meet all these designers, getting to meet some of these shop owners that I have purchased from. Because when of course, the times that shall be not named from 2020, stuff was hard to find. So I was reaching out. I was Googling all kinds of different shops, and I bought from shops all over the country. And getting to meet some of those shop owners was really kind of cool. Getting to meet these designers and these dyers, it was just an amazing experience. I hope that I have the opportunity to go back again. If I don't, I'll definitely remember this forever. I hope that I do get to go back and get to experience it again. I know there's things that I would do different. I'd be bringing some more shoes with me. I needed to change out shoes. Y'all, my feet and my legs were killing me. But it was so much fun. It was amazing to bend the ear of these people and get to meet these people that I've been stitching their stuff for years and meet them in person. And it was kind of cool. There was a couple of people that recognized me. There was one of the designers, and she was looking at me. She looked at my name tag. Of course, I was wearing my Stitch name tag that it says Kim on it. It has a flamingo. And she was looking at me, and then she's looking at the name tag. And I said, is everything okay? She said, yeah, you're just really familiar. I said, well, I do have FlossTube. She's like, oh, you're the Snitch Stitcher. And I'm like, yes. She's like, oh, it's so good to actually meet you. And it was very humbling for me. It was really exciting. And y'all, everybody knew Tammi. Everybody knew Tammi. It was the funniest thing. And she's just infectious with her kindness and her laughter and her generosity and just her spirit. And so it was amazing to see that. But it was so neat just having breakfast with these guys and just going and hanging out and chit-chatting. Got to see some of our local people that were there. Raymond from Ghost Boy Needleworks, he was there with his POD beading. He's got a lot of scissor fobs and things like that. Like I said, Maria with Wildflower Stitching. I still have not met Mel from December Stitches, but getting to see her stuff. And then Laura from Textilia Crafts. And then What's neat is Raymond and Maria are part of my Fort Worth EGA, so I did put it up on my Instagram that Fort Worth EGA was representing at Market because we had the 3 of us there. But hanging out with Leslie from Under the Sea Fabrics and her crew, it was neat to see her and Jen down there, and then seeing like our local LNS, the Stitch Niche, seeing them there, and they have a new owner. So some interesting things are coming there. I'm kind of excited to see what happens. So it was good. It was an amazing experience, and I'm so happy that I got the opportunity to go, because I thought for a minute there that I wasn't going to be able to, and then it changed. The allergies were kicking my butt there. I thought, seriously, I just needed to walk around with tissue up my nose the whole freaking weekend, but it's all good. So now we're to one of my favorite parts, which is the poetry. And you guys, it just blew me away how much you guys have enjoyed this. I do have 2 newer books. It's The Things We Don't or slash talk about. It's by Pandora Owl. And What Kind of Woman by Kate Baer. So these are 2 newer ones to me. I think possibly I've got some more Ruby Kaur that I'll be reading at another time. I was having a hard time trying to figure out what I was going to do this time. I tried to stick just to 2 because I don't want to keep you guys too long. I've already been talking for almost an hour, and you guys have hopefully stuck around. So, but I'm glad that you like them. I love them too. And I just kind of sometimes pick them because I'll pick up a book that just is calling to me, and then I'll just read from there and go. So, What Kind of Woman by Kate Baer. This is The Women Who Walk Us Home. And this is so totally resonates with some of my favorite ladies. The ones who arrive with a bag of clothes, 4 tired lemons, half a story from her sister's trip to Paraguay. The ones who keep our secrets and whose secrets we keep in potted plants in every ocean we've ever owned. The ones who know our husbands, their little pleasures, our lovers, our scars. The ones who stay, hope like a moth, who stare in the gaping tomb and are not afraid of its unveiling. The ones who will be there, even then, to walk us home. I've got some of those. That made me kind of tear up, sorry. And so this other one, Things We Talk About or Don't Talk About. Who am I? The girl who looks whole but is in pieces. The girl who sees but feels more. The girl who has so much hope but is hopeless. The girl who is calm on the outside but chaotic on the inside. The girl who says she's okay but is not. The girl who tries but should try harder. The girl who wears a halo but dances with the devil. The girl who lights a fire not to keep her warm, but to make her feel. The girl who has true friends, but doesn't keep true to herself. The girl who knows who she is, but is not who she wants. Who am I? Those are some awesome ones. Absolutely awesome ones. So, with that, I'm so sorry that it's taken so long to get to this. Y'all, I've been tired. But I will be doing, like I said, I'll be doing the Annie's recap. I'll try to maybe do it this evening or maybe tomorrow and get that up. And other than that, I will be back regular schedule next week, next Sunday. And don't forget the moon pattern somewhere. I don't know where it went. Okay, well, here's the other. Here's the copy of it right here. So Twilight Moon. So if you're interested in this and the floss that goes with it, just leave a comment about the moon. And other than that, I hope that you have a fabulous week. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. Thanks for listening to me ramble. Thanks for putting up with this crazy hair. Just thank you so much for being you and supporting me. And I just hope you have a fabulous week coming up and do what makes your heart happy. Love you guys.